Southampton Under-21s leapfrogged Liverpool in the Barclays Under-21 Premier League table as they beat the Reds at Anfield on Thursday evening. Martin Hunter's starting lineup saw a long-awaited return for Dom Gape, who's been out for almost 4 months with a broken metatarsal. Josh Debayo and Niall Mason both returned to the squad. Liverpool's starting 11 included Jerome Sinclair, who became the youngest ever player to make a senior appearance for the Reds when he came on against West Bromwich Albion 2 seasons ago. Saints looked positive from the start and Jake Flanagan kicked off proceedings with a long-range effort that dipped just over the crossbar. It took Josh Debayo's last-ditch tackle to stop Liverpool going ahead as Harry Wilson dribbled his way into the box. Just after that, Joe Maguire's cross found Wilson and the striker forced a good save out of Paulo Gazzaniga. Josh Debayo, who would prove an attacking threat down the left-hand side all evening, played a teasing ball across the box, but Ryan Seager couldn't make a meaningful connection. Gazzaniga was called into action again when Ryan McLaughlin cut in from the left-hand side and fired his effort at the near post. It was Ryan Seager's persistence that created the opening goal. He chased down the loose ball and placed a shot from just outside the box into the bottom corner of the net, sparking a real team celebration in front of the club. Liverpool were level no more than 2 minutes after. Jerome Sinclair's cross wasn't properly dealt with by Niall Mason, who put the ball into his own net. Dom Gape and Jake Flanagan linked up to set free Lloyd Isgrove just before half-time, but his effort was blocked by Kevin Stewart. After the restart, Ryan Seager made a chance out of nothing by chasing down the stray back pass, but the deflection didn't quite fall for him. A few minutes later though, and he got his second. Omar Rowe beat his man down the left-hand side before putting in a low ball that Seager let run across his body and tapped into the far corner. The strike was his 6th of the season for the Under-21s. Gazzaniga was still alert down the other end and got down well to save from Jerome Sinclair's low effort. Seager could have got his hat-trick but couldn't quite find the bottom corner as he saw this effort flash wide. He had another good chance just minutes later when Omar Rowe cut through the Reds' defence and played him in one-on-one, but the number 9 couldn't convert. Jake Hesketh could have shot from this position but chose to play in his teammate to try and force a third. It was the other way round when Saints made it 3-1 in the final minute. This time Seager dragged the ball back for Hesketh, who with the help of the goalkeeper managed to knock the ball home to round off an enjoyable night for Saints. The goal was Hesketh's first of the season. Gazzaniga did make one more good save in the closing seconds at his near post. Martin Hunter's side faced Sunderland a week on Monday at Staplewood, looking for their 3rd win of the bounce.
So Martin, a 3-1 win tonight over Liverpool at Anfield. Can you sum up how you feel about the team and the performance tonight?
Well, absolutely delighted. Very pleased for the whole squad that travelled. And it's testament to how far some of the players have come along. I thought that was the most professional and mature performance that we've seen for quite a long time.
So Ryan, 2 goals tonight for you at Anfield. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Not many people can say they score at Anfield, and say that I have is going to stay with me forever.
Can you describe your feelings after the first?
I just went mental, then I knee slide. Unfortunately, that we conceded straight after, but I was just so happy to score.
A great performance from you tonight, leading the line up top on your own.
Yeah, I thought we did alright. Yeah, the boys did excellent though. I think it was a team performance and everyone did well. What
did you make of your link-up play with Omar Rowe tonight?
Yeah, I think it was good. I think Omar had a great second half as well. I think we linked up well. I should have scored a few more goals from his passes. So a bit disappointed with that, but just overall happy with the win.
And great for your mate Jake Hesketh to get the last goal as well, to really seal that win.
I know, a few minutes before he squared it to me, but it didn't quite reach me, so I thought I had to repay the favour. Luckily he scored, didn't he? Yeah.
6 goals for you now so far this season. How are things going for you?
Yeah, going really good. I'm feeling confident and I feel like I can score every game.
You say about players coming a long way. Ryan Seager certainly showed that tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, Ryan was terrific, but we've just spoken in the dressing room, all 11 players were terrific. Paulo had a real calming influence in the sticky times in the game, and in the first half, particularly in the first 20 minutes. You know, we played some good stuff and could have scored a couple of goals.
Liverpool didn't get a look in. You know, you say about Paulo Gazzaniga's influence on the defence, that obviously had a great effect as Liverpool barely had a chance.
No, I mean his distribution tonight was terrific. But the pleasing thing is when you do stuff in on a weekly basis, that was good tonight. You could see it. So we pressed high when we could, and we were patient at times, and that paid off. And you know, that's probably the best performance that I've seen since I've been here, actually.
We spoke about the significance of Anfield ahead of the game. Not one player looked phased, though, did they?
No, and that's important because it sounds ludicrous. This is a football pitch like anywhere else, and the young players have got to deal with the environment, which they did very well this evening, and got on with playing against their opponents.
Just how much of a boost will this be now for the players going into the rest of the season?
Well, it'll be a good lift. I mean, when you look at some of the young players, Josh DeBeo and Niall Mason were particularly solid tonight, and I thought Josh's passing was the best that we've seen. So that's good. I mean, we don't get too carried away, we don't get too low. So we'll now get ready for the 18 game at the weekend, and then we've got Sunderland a week on Monday at home. So more work to be done, and we'll keep doing our stuff.